Ready? Perfect. All right. Hello, my name is Antonio Jimenez, and right here I have Angelica, and as well
Angelica.
as Jason as well. And today we're talking about sexual harassment in the workplace. And I'll be reading off the first slide, which is what is sexual harassment exactly? Harassment can include or unwelcome sexual advances, requests for sexual favors, and other verbal or physical harassment of a sexual nature. Sexual harassment refers to unwanted and offensive sexual behavior or advances that occur in a variety of settings, such as in the workplace, schools, public areas, or even on online platforms. And it can take it can take various forms, including verbal, nonverbal, or physical actions. Um, and yeah, it can include inappropriate comments, gestures, touching, and also requests for sexual favors and displaying explicit materials as well, or pretty much anything that would create a hostile work or learning environment through unwelcome sexual advances. And it is important to address and prevent sexual harassment to ensure a safe and respectful environment for all individuals.
So, laws and legal consequences. Sexual harassment is a form of prohibited discrimination that violates both federal and state laws in many countries. Laws and legal consequences for sexual harassment vary depending on the jurisdiction, but here are some general aspects to consider. Workplace laws. Many countries have laws specifically addressing sexual harassment in the workplace. In the US, for example, the Equal Employment Opportunity commissions, um, they prohibit sexual harassment and provide protections for victims. In other countries such as Canada and the United Kingdom and Australia, similar laws exist to protect employees from sexual harassment. Civil lawsuits. Victims of sexual harassment can file civil lawsuits against perpetrators. If successful, victims can be awarded monetary damages to compensate for physical, emotional, and financial harm caused by the harassment. Criminal charges. In some cases, sexual harassment may be considered a criminal offense. The specific charges depending on the jurisdiction, but they can include assault, indecent exposure, or sexual abuse. Convictions can lead to criminal penalties such as fines, probation, or imprisonment. Employers' responsibilities. Employers can be held liable for sexual harassment that occur in workplaces, even if they are not directly involved. This is because employees have a legal duty to prevent and address harassment with their organizations. And failure to address sexual harassment compliance can lead to legal consequences for employers, including fines, legal damages, or even criminal charges. Non-disclosure agreements. In some cases, victims may be asked to sign non-disclosure agreements as part of settlements or employment contracts. NDAs restrict victims from discussing the harassment and violations in these agreements can result in legal consequences such as fines or legal actions.
This next slide will talk about the types of sexual harassment. The first one I would like to talk about is called quid pro quo sexual harassment. This type of harassment occurs when a person in a position of power requests or demands sexual favors in exchange for rewards, promotions, or other employment benefits. Second one is hostile work environment. This type of harassment involves creating an intimidating, offensive, or hostile work environment through inappropriate sexual comments, jokes, gestures, or images that interfere with an individual's ability to work. Next one is sexual coercion. This form of harassment involves pressuring or forcing someone to engage in unwanted sexual activities through threats, blackmail, or other manipulative tactics. The next one is unwanted sexual advances. These are unwelcome or unwanted sexual advances, propositions, or requests for sexual favors that make the recipient uncomfortable or distressed. Last one is sexual assault. This is a criminal act involving any non-consensual sexual contact or penetration. Sexual assault includes activities such as rape, groping, and forced kissing as well.
Our next slide is reporting and investigation procedures. We're proactively addressing workplace concerns through the Comprehensive Crisis Communications Plan. The plan involves a crisis team, a designated spokesperson, a media policy or plan, and a persuasive statement affirming the commitment to a safe, inclusive workplace. Legal considerations prioritize confidentiality during the investigation. Initially, a memo assures employees of privacy protection, encourages open communication, and reiterates the commitment to organizational values. Externally, a public statement emphasizing transparency, support for individuals reporting concerns, and the unwavering dedication to maintain a safe and inclusive environment. We pledge a thorough and transparent investigation, ensuring confidentiality is mandated. The message to both internal and external stakeholders underscore the commitment to addressing concerns and creating a workplace culture where everyone feels valued and heard. As we navigate these challenges, we seek the understanding and support of the community, reinforcing the importance of collective commitment to a workplace founded on respect and inclusivity. You can file a Title VII sexual harassment complaint with the Equal Employment Opportunity Commissions. You have to file a charge within 300 days of the harassment. If you have exhausted all procedures of the CRD or EEOC, then you may be able to file a sexual harassment lawsuit in the state or federal court. And that is through legalaidwork.com.
Moving on, we'll be talking about prevention strategies. Preventing sexual harassment in the workplace is essential for creating a safe and inclusive environment for all. We implement a range of strategies to address this issue comprehensively. Firstly, we have established clear policies and reporting procedures. A strong sexual harassment policy defines unacceptable behavior and provides straightforward reporting protocol. Regular training sessions for all employees, including management, are vital to raise awareness and emphasize commitment to prevention. These training programs will cover the impact of sexual harassment, the reporting process, and the consequences for violations. As well as promoting a culture of respect is important for prevention. Company leadership plays a key role in creating this culture and accountability. Measures should be in place for leaders and supervisors. Diverse and inclusive leadership teams contribute to a more representative and understanding workplace. Implementing an anonymous reporting mechanism encourages employees to come forward without fear of retaliation. Clear consequences for violations should be communicated to underline the company's commitment to a harassment-free workplace. As well as encouraging bystander intervention is another implemented effective strategy. Training employees to be active bystanders contributes to a collective responsibility for maintaining a safe environment. Regular audits and assessments are necessary to evaluate the effectiveness of prevention strategies and make adjustments as needed. Also, providing supportive resources for employees who experience harassment, such as counseling services and legal assistance as well, reinforces our company commitment to addressing the well-being of its workforce. Policies promoting work-life balance contribute to a healthier work environment by reducing stress and potential triggers for harassment. It is imperative to inform employees about external reporting of options such as filing complaints with local human rights agencies. This ensures that there are multiple avenues for addressing harassment if internal processes have proved insufficient. By proactively implementing these prevention strategies, we will cultivate a workplace culture that values respect, inclusivity, and accountability, ultimately creating an environment free from sexual harassment.
In conclusion, sexual harassment is a pervasive issue that can manifest in various forms, settings, affecting individuals both professionally and personally. It is crucial to recognize that sexual harassment is not only morally reprehensible, but also a violation of legal standards in many jurisdictions. The legal landscape surrounding sexual harassment includes workplace laws, civil lawsuits, criminal charges, employer responsibilities, and the use of non-disclosure agreements. These measures collectively aim to provide victims with avenues for justice and deter predators from engaging in such behavior. Quid pro quo harassments, hostile work environments, sexual coercion, unwanted advances, and sexual assaults are distinct forms of harassment, each demanding specific attention to preventative measures. Addressing sexual harassment demands a multifaceted approach. An organization plays a pivotal in creating a safe, inclusive environment. A crisis communication plan encompassing internal and external messages ensures transparency and a commitment to thorough investigation while respecting the confidentiality of those involved. Prevention is equally crucial, and organizations must implement clear policies, reporting procedures, and regular training to foster awareness and accountability. Cultivating a culture of respect, diverse leaderships, anonymous reporting mechanisms, bystanders interventions, and ongoing assessments of prevention strategies contribute to building a workplace free from harassment. Supporting victims with resources such as counseling and legal assistance, promoting work-life balance, and informing employees about external reporting options reinforce the commitment to employees' well-being. By proactively implementing these prevention strategies, organizations can foster a workplace culture that values respect, inclusivity, and accountability, ultimately creating an environment where everyone feels safe and free from the scourge of sexual harassment. Thank you.
And down below, we have our support and resources. And I just want to thank you for listening, and see you next time.